Hey guys, welcome to the Drone Zone, and this is my field test of the Flypro XEagle, a pre-production model sent to me by HobbyWow. Now, for adding the propellers, you can see that we've got the black tipped propeller for the black motor, and I'll try and fail a bit miserably at trying to screw it on because obviously the motor's moving while I'm trying to twist the propeller. But it's quite good at Flypro. They've differentiated which propeller needs to go on which. As you'll see now, we've got the silver motor and we've got the silver tipped propeller, so that screws on, and these screw on different ways as well, just in case that eventually fades and you're not sure which way to screw it on. Now this is the sports model, so you don't get control, you've only got this smartwatch, and to turn it on you power on the smartwatch by this left button, and you've got to turn this on before you turn the drone on. So if you hold that down for 3 seconds, you'll see that the screen comes on, and on the screen there we can see we've got different readouts. We've got the height of the drone, the radius for a circle mode, the mode it's currently on, the charge on the drone, and the charge on the watch. So let's go ahead and turn the drone on. You can turn it on by the power button at the back, and if you hold that down for 4 seconds, you should see the 4 green lights turn on, one each, and then you'll hear that beep. And then you need to go and stand up 5 meters away from it with the drone facing you straight on. So to take off, you hold down the takeoff button for 3 seconds, which means you won't accidentally hit it and get your drone taking off when you don't want it to. And it rises to a preset height of about 10 meters, and I'm not sure if there's a way to change that. I've not found one out yet. So you've got to make sure you've got plenty of space for this to take off when you're doing a takeoff mode. So the rest of this footage is all going to be recorded on the drone using Flypro's own 4K 24 FPS camera. Now you'll see there's a bit of shake on there, and I've been told that that is just on this production copy that I've got, and that's not going to affect all the mass-produced copies because hopefully they'll have that sorted out by then. But you can see it is wobbling quite a bit, which is very annoying. You can see in the top right, that you can actually see the landing gear, and you can tell how much it's shaking. So that's a bit of a drawback of this, but hopefully that'll just be for this production copy and won't be for any of the mass-produced ones. So playing about with the watch and trying to film it on my phone, you can see I can change the height of it. It's going up and down, and it's pretty much keeping me in frame, which is quite nice. And the quality is quite good. I think it's very good for Flypro's own produced camera. It's probably a rival to the GoPro, I'd say. And so it would be nice to see if you can maybe buy this camera just by itself, not attached to the drone. So I'm putting it into the follow me mode now, and I've set it so that it's in front of me, so you can see it's flown away and it's still got me on screen. Not quite central, but I'm sure the finalized product will probably have me a bit more central, and the GPS will be probably locked down a lot better. So moving about now, you can see that it's following me again. It's tracking me quite nicely, although it does seem to kind of go from side to side a little bit here. Like you'll see, it's just done that, and I'm not sure why that is, but that does seem to be something it is doing. So I've sped this up so you can just see what's happening while I'm walking about, and I'm going to try speeding things up a little bit now. I'm going to run about and see what happens. You can still see the prop or the landing gear, I think that is, on the bottom right hand corner, which is slightly annoying, but hopefully it shouldn't be in the final production model. So you can see me running about now and looking incredibly stupid, running around in a field looking at a drone following me, but it seems to be doing quite well. It's keeping me on screen more or less, just about there, and I'm moving, I don't know, well, probably about 4 or 5 meters a second, because I'm not running very fast, but it did quite well, and I'll definitely try and do it in a car and possibly on my bike and see how fast it can track, because it says it can do it up to 15 meters a second, which is about 30 something miles an hour, I think, so I'll definitely have a play with that. Now, one of the other things it offers is this circle mode, where it circles around you at a fixed radius, but it doesn't seem to work very well. I don't know whether that's just me, but I can't seem to change the radius of the circle. It seems to alter, and I'll show that on screen now. As you can see on the watch, it just alters between lots of different radiuses, and I'm not sure quite how to set it, but the circle me mode itself does seem to circle and keep the camera fixed quite well, so hopefully, whether that's just me being incompetent or there's a problem with the watch itself, hopefully that'll get sorted out. But it does seem to work very well. Here I am changing the height, using the tiny little knob on the side whilst it's circling, going up and down. So yeah, it's keeping me fixed in the screen, which is quite nice. And it's done a full 360-degree rotation there. So that's quite useful, but as I say, I can't seem to fix the radius of it. Hopefully that's a problem that will get sorted soon. So another nice feature it has is this return to home mode, in which if you press it, immediately the drone will stop what it's doing, fly 10 meters in the air, head back to the position where it was launched from, and then it'll slowly start descending. And I've sped it up because it is absolutely painfully slow. This thing literally takes about 30 seconds or so to descend 10 meters, but I guess it's a nice safety feature anyway. So that's a very useful feature, lands back where you started it, so if you're surfing or something and don't want to land it in the water, obviously, then you can send it back to where it came from. Finally, this is sort of an alignment test. You can see here the drone is in the follow me mode set in front of me, and when I move it to the right, the drone obviously is going to go to the right, but for some reason it thinks it, well, I don't know whether it thinks the thing's in a different place or what, but it tends to overshoot for some reason. I'm not sure whether that's because I've not calibrated it properly, it probably is, but that's something that seems to happen. And do it again here, this time it undershoots and goes too far to the left. So that's something I'm going to have to test out further. Anyway, in closing, this looks like a really neat quadcopter, especially for the price with the 4K camera and gimbal included, and all these awesome modes and things. It looks like it could be really good. Hopefully the mass production one will be a bit better than this, and hopefully they'll have ironed out some kinks and things, and so it'll be working perfectly, and I'd love to do a review on that when it comes out. So stay tuned guys for more reviews, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.